what's my opinion on attraction marketing, having your ideal clients come to you? How possible is this at the beginning of your career? Okay, so I say it's always possible to get people to come to you. If you work on your SEO for your website traffic, get yourself on the platforms that are going to matter most to your ideal clients and you're consistent with your activity on them, starting an email newsletter, getting into some Facebook groups, and on the days when you're allowed to promote yourself and your services, you're doing that. You're following competitors and you're following major influencers and you're engaging in their stuff and hopefully engaging a little bit with the people that are connected to them. You're making yourself known, right? So it doesn't matter if you started your business yesterday or if you started it 10 years ago, you can absolutely attract people into your business. It's just about how visible are you and are you actively like pursuing that visibility? And we spoke about this a little bit earlier, but I don't really pitch people ever. And I know that I'm lucky for that. And also, let's put it into perspective for you guys, because I know so many of you are new. Like, I've been doing this for basically a decade. So if in 10 years you're at a point where you're still pitching people, call me and I'll help you, because you really shouldn't be. Like, if after 10 years I wasn't at this point, then I've done something wrong. Like, it needs to be, I should be at this point. So wherever you are, if you're newer in your journey and you're like, well, damn, I don't know how to get there, don't worry. It takes time. All of this takes time. None of it is, this doesn't happen in a snap, right? Like, we use all these things and we build over time, and it gets easier over time. So I just want to make that like totally clear. But for me, I don't have to pitch people anymore. And I know I'm lucky for that, but I also know that it's because I've put myself out there enough that my ideal clients can find me. I do stuff like this, like even coming in and doing guest trainings, like with you guys. It's like, maybe a lot of you aren't going to be interested, but maybe there's one that is, and that's great, right? I've put myself out there. Maybe you're going to share this on your Instagram account later and be like, cool, I did this training with Tay. She's crazy and looks like she's doing school from her bedroom. But like, whatever it might be, I'm visible. So it's just about, it's finding those opportunities, creating those opportunities for yourself, being consistent with it, providing value. Attraction marketing can work, and it can work at any stage. So I like it.
I think you touched on something super important, is the visibility aspect. A lot of times it is just about putting yourself in front of your client, because people don't know that they need you, and you can kind of like address those objections or like address like why they would need you and your content and things like that. But it is so important to like put yourself out there and understand that putting yourself out there doesn't have to just mean promoting yourself all the time. Like, I was actually looking at my analytics, and the majority of my traffic to my website actually comes from Facebook, and I don't go on Facebook anymore. Like, I haven't been on there in like forever. I mean, I post like randomly in Facebook groups, or I actually just recently endorsed Christy for something. She was applying for like a job or whatever, and I was like, oh, she's so great, like, please, work with her or whatever. But it's just interesting how like being visible on the platform, the amount of work I put into Facebook like earlier this year, that's why. It's because I'm still showing up in things, people are still looking at things. I, sent off like free guides to people that like requested it in the PM. So we have people that are actually looking at those now. It's like, it doesn't just have to be, hi, like, I'm here promoting my services and like, here's how you can hire me. Like, sometimes it's just about like pulling people into your little bubble, which is exactly what attraction marketing is. But you have to be visible to do that. It's definitely scary when you're starting out to put yourself out there.
Super scary, especially too, because in the beginning, a lot of times you question whether or not you're an authority and whether or not you're an expert, and what business do you have, maybe going on a podcast and like talking about something. But ultimately, like, it's forget all that shit. Like, you've started a business, you're obviously skilled in whatever it is that you've decided to start this business in. So maybe you don't have tons and tons of years of experience, but you know your shit. And you don't have to know everything, but the stuff that you do know, and you need to feel confident in that. And also sometimes it's just about taking the risk. Hey, if someone asks you to be on their podcast and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can like do that. Risk it, man. hey, what's the worst that can happen? You go on there and they ask you something that you have no idea how to answer. It's cool. Just say that. The cold pitch email, right? It's like, I don't cold pitch anything. I could have like probably tried to bullshit that answer. But ultimately it's like, no, I'm not a good person at cold pitching. It's an answer for the question you've asked me. It's all good. People are people. We're all just human. Just remember, like, every interaction that we're having online where we're trying to build a community, you're building a community based on just being a person. Okay, if you don't have all the answers right away, you're not supposed to. Fine.
I think that's also something that like pulled me into your circle, is that you didn't, the thing I can't stand the most is when people pretend like they know something just so that they can like pull you in. And it's like, sometimes it's refreshing when people are like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like how, I don't know. It's just like, okay, cool. She doesn't know. Like, that's fine. Like people,
Yeah.
Like, I think there's like a perfect example of how you're a copywriter, and that question was kind of related to copywriting. So
100%.
Right. So you'd think like, oh, like, you know, Taylor, she should know this, but it's okay that you don't. It's not like you don't know anything about copywriting because you can't give advice on cold. It's like,
right.
Yeah, that's such a good.
Yeah, it's like a reminder. Just let it act as like a certain reminder that you can still be expert in something, not be and not know answers. Like, that's life. Like, we're all learning all the time. It's totally cool. I know it feels like sometimes when you're on Instagram or Facebook and you're looking at the people that you really look up to, you think, God, like, she's got it all together. She knows everything. Like, whatever. But like, she started somewhere too. Like, there's people that I look at where I'm like, God, she's so good. She's so smart. She has so much information. Like, when am I ever getting to that level? But she was at this level at some point. So this just turned into like me, like Tony Robbinsing you. Like, thanks for coming to my TED Talk on like why it's okay to not know things.
I'm here for this, Taylor.
Okay. So